Go to school, from secondary school, you cross to the tertiary institutions, you come out, you go for service, come back again from service. What next? You start throwing your CVs here and there. At the only place when maybe during our own time, somebody will get out of the university with first class degree or 2-1 second class upper. As he or she getting out, maybe on the convocation day, you will see so many companies, banks, oil companies, requesting for whoever comes out with a first class and it's automatic employment. But what do you get in this? Even first class now, they are begging here and there to even get a job of 100,000 naira. A first class graduate begging here and there to get a job of 100,000 naira. Going to bars, going to insurance companies to go and be doing marketing, running up and down. Before you can get to an oil company now or work in a first-tier commercial bank or maybe NNPC, CBN, then you need to have a high-powered connections. Am I communicating?
Yes.
Am I communicating?
Yes.
And this is where entrepreneur comes in. Instead of possibly you finish tomorrow, you finish your education at the university tomorrow, start thinking of what am I going to do. If you have the opportunity to japa, you say, okay, let me japa. But let me tell you, I have the privilege, the singular honor of traveling occasionally. It's not equally easy over there. I'm being sincere with you. It's not equally easy over there. So if there is no opportunity or backing for you to japa, and the best thing is look inwards and look at opportunities. What can I do? What can I start thinking of now? Such that by the time I finish my university education, I've already set up myself. And that is where entrepreneurship comes in. Somebody who can raise an initial capital to initiate, to develop, to create, and venture into a business. It's not by fire, by force that after your university education, you must go and work and start collecting salary. It's not, I'm not saying it's not possible or it's not good. But where you now have to finish your university education and you have to start 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, I feel touched at times when I get to hear from some parents that he finished or he graduated 5 years ago, still looking for a job. That 5 years, a good child or a good student who can go through the entrepreneurship circle will have started making something in life. Next slide. Next slide. And so who is an entrepreneur? Like I said, somebody who can initiate, develop, create, and venture into business. Next slide. Next slide. So we have a lot of entrepreneurial opportunities. It's very tiny like this, but I'm going to throw it into pictures for you. We will now quickly look at, okay, if I finish tomorrow, this man is saying it is not necessary for me to jump up. Then what can I do? A lot of opportunities abound in Nigeria today, despite all the challenges that we have. Next slide. Let's look at some of these opportunities. We have technology here. Don't worry, all those things I wrote, we are going to be there. The number one there is technology. I'm just using a picture to explain it. Number one there is technology. For those of you that is IT savvy and you know how to find your way, you are the type that when you hold this laptop, you can turn it upside down, you can dig into it, you have that intellect, you can start developing yourself now and start thinking of what am I going to do tomorrow. And when I say tomorrow, when you finish your university education, you serve and you want to start settling down in life. Number one there is technology. Next slide. Oh. You have this connection? Okay, the next, I think to save our time, I will just be going through it. After technology, the next slide you see there is catering. Catering. If you see what some young entrepreneurs, and I said young, I'm not talking of old people like me. I'm talking of young entrepreneurs that have started developing themselves. What they are doing out of catering business now, you'll be shocked. So for you that you are mommy's pet, you are always in the kitchen, you know how to cook, you know how to fry, you know how to do nice meal. Why can't you just start thinking about it? When I finish tomorrow, can I just rest on this my skills, my talent, develop it and become somebody through it? Next slide. Fashion business or designs. Being good at clothes, footwear, bags making. That is one aspect of being an entrepreneur. Next slide. I'm still going to come back to all this. Event management. Event management. Today is a Thursday. Day before yesterday, I was somewhere at Ikeja and I attended a wedding program. Just day before yesterday. And the young lady that coordinated the ceremony, the event, somebody whispered and said, the lady got about 4.something million naira to organize that wedding program as an event planner. The composition or breakdown of those figures, I don't know. But by the time that lady will be doing 3, 4, 5 of those events, you can imagine what she will have made in a year. Next slide. Next slide. E-commerce, social media marketing. I'm sure most of these things I'm rolling out for you, and you are not, how do I put it? They are not new to you. But the disconnect, why some of you are not putting your minds to it, I will let you know. You can see e-commerce. But as a student, I've seen some of you who will just maybe start making some connections, like, okay, selling things online. Are they new to you? No. Are they new to you? No. That is e-commerce. It's an area that is thriving now in the Nigerian business environment. Next slide. Social media management. When you see some companies, like maybe Coca-Cola, MTN, Glow, and what have you, they have a lot of young ones who are social media, because those companies want to make sure that they are there 24/7 in the hearts of their clients or customers, and so they will engage the services of all these social media experts, those ones that are very good managing information, maybe via WhatsApp, via Facebook, LinkedIn, and what have you. Next slide. Please, you just have to bear with me. I'm already receiving calls from Ijebode. Brand marketing, brand management. When you see companies like Coca-Cola, Glow, MTN, what have you, they engage experts in brand management to keep their products 24/7 in the hearts of their customers. Next slide. Branding digital business. Branding digital business. You may see some of these digital boxes with information scrolling. That's what within the bracket of digital marketing. Next slide. There are some young ones who are well talented in writing business proposals. I have done it before. When you are introduced to a client who is just trying to venture into a business, and the bank is saying that go and bring your business proposal. And if you know how much these people charge, you'll be shocked. But for you to become someone who can write business proposals, you must be very, very, very good. You must be very sound intellect. Next slide. Photography. There is a lady I met one time in Lagos. She used to jump here and there, taking, hello, please. She used to jump here and there, taking shots of personalities. Then came in the former vice president of Nigeria, Professor Remo Diocesan. And I started seeing this lady following him everywhere he goes. Even inside helicopters, aeroplane, until I got to know that somebody introduced her to Professor Remo Diocesan, and she became an official photographer. I tell you, that lady, as at the time I got to know her, was preparing for a PhD. She had, of course, being a degree holder, she has a master's. That is what or where photography can take you. Next slide. Confectionaries baking. This one is everywhere now. Everywhere you see outfits preparing bread, cake, all these donuts, meat pie, and they are making it. I'm still coming somewhere. Just let us continue looking at the opportunities. Next slide. This one will interest you. MC, Master of Ceremony. What will I do? Me, as a graduate, to be doing Master of Ceremony. But you'll be shocked. I'm a member of Chartered Institute of Bankers of Nigeria, CIBN. I'm a fellow there. We were handling a program one day, and they introduced the MC, one or two other. For some of you that used to be online, you must have, one of you or two of you, I'm sure, must have seen one or two other. That gentleman happens to be a linguist. When he comes on board as an MC to anchor a program, he is a master of about 6 different languages. Not Yoruba language or international languages. He will come like this, greet everybody in Spanish language, greet everybody in French, in Hausa, in Yoruba, in Igbo. Very, very excellent. And it's an MC. And I got to know that right now, if you want to engage Odutola for those companies that I know in Lagos, it doesn't charge less than 1 million naira. MC. But I'm coming somewhere. Next slide. Farming. I don't know if I need to explain what is fishery, what is piggery for you. I'm sure you are all versed, but you may not really put your mind in all this. Next slide. I have to rush this. Please just bear with me. Waste products packaging. Some of these items now, or what we call waste products, are being used by some companies, most especially all these Chinese, Lebanese. If you know what they turn these items into now, in making some hardware, plastics. But do you know what? About 2 weeks ago, I saw one young lady. I was telling this gentleman that I have a video here. If not for the connection problem, I would have shown you the video of that young lady who is into this business. And she's so much passionate about it, making millions of naira, handling waste products packaging. Next slide. Internal decorations. How many numbers have we done now? Internal decorations. 14. 15. Okay. internal decorations. You see some young ones, they are so good at internal decoration. And what is internal decoration? They just be creative. They can come here and dismantle this place. By the time they fix one or two things, you will think it's another place we are. Internal decorations. And they are making millions of naira all the time. Next slide. I'm sure somebody will know this guy. Yes. What's his name? Hey, take it or leave it. Believe me or not. I won't say more than that. Maybe, I think he even charge per hour. If you want this guy to come and stand there, just just play for us for 1 hour. Possibly he will charge us 50,000. So you can imagine if you finish your university education tomorrow, you are looking for a job where they will be paying you 80,000 naira per month. How much is that in a year? 80 times 12. 960? Am I correct? Still less than 1 million. And somebody will now charge to go out or just on Monday to go and do something that he knows how to do. And he will charge 2 million naira, 2.5. That is DJ SARS. But again, I keep on saying that I'm coming somewhere. Next slide. Next slide. What is this? Pet business. Emi Kilomasiaja. I remember a colleague of mine when I was at FCMB. That gentleman got married, and there was an understanding between him and his wife. While he happens to be a banker, the wife said, "Don't worry, I'll be doing this pet business." Number one, their house was secured. Their house was secured because they have a lot of dogs. And because of the breed of the dogs they were rearing, a lot of money were coming to them. I was shocked. They would sell one pet of maybe wild bull or something like that. And here is 350,000, 500,000. Dog or maja. And they are making money. Next slide. Sports View Center. When I say Sports View Center, it's not this one they will just go and use plank. Talk about tobacco. You see, one thing, let me at this junction say this. One thing that we all need as students now, you all need to imbibe, and please listen to me. You see, most of the time, all this information are online. But what is the disconnect there? And that is the fact that some of us spend our time looking at wrong information. When you pick your phone, you don't browse to look for good information. How do you develop yourself? Most of this is what it only requires is that you need to think, how do you do this thing better than the way they are doing it? If you go around to some of the corners, Sabo, Ijogu, everywhere, you will see viewing center. They will just maybe construct a space with plank. But if you can do it better, maybe get a hall, put AC, put something, you'll be wondering. They will be coming to you. And those who are doing it in an archaic way will be wondering, what is this lady or this gentleman doing that is getting crowd or customers, and it's still the same Sport View Center. Next slide. Laundry business. Laundry business. About for about 8 years or 9 years ago, let me say 10 years ago, I've been taking my clothes to somewhere they call Flamingos dry cleaning in Abeokuta. I live in Shagamu. I take my clothes to Abeokuta. Why do I do this? Because I enjoy their services. And it's just laundry. But if you know the gentleman that owns that place, he's a son of a big man in Abeokuta. He travels like you would think, is it more than this laundry business? Then he was using something like a room and a parlor. Later he graduated, started using a flat. If you see where this guy is doing this business at GRA Abeokuta now, with a lot of workers, laundry business. If you see the machines in his yard, laundry business. Next slide. I think this should be the last one. Ice block and cooling business. Do I need to explain this? Next slide. Next slide. Now, let us look at, because of my time, just bear with me. I will not be able to expatiate more than this. Where am I going? When you look at all these things, what is this man talking about? If tomorrow, or maybe as from this your stage, you start thinking of, when I finish my university education tomorrow, what am I going to be doing? What do I become in life? Why should I be an entrepreneur? Start asking yourself, why should I, hello, please, you are disturbing me there. Why should I become an entrepreneur? If you become an entrepreneur tomorrow, after you finish your university education, instead of looking for a job and you key yourself into any of these 20 opportunities, number one, you have financial freedom. By the time you start doing your business, you don't have to go and be begging your parents or begging any relative for money. Financial freedom. You achieve one's life ambition. Your life ambition, the goals and the wishes. I want to be this and I become this. Look at all those examples I give you. The big stars. That guy, I don't know what monthly salary they would offer him to come and be working somewhere when he had already made it. He had achieved his life ambition. Employer of labor. By the time you also get to somewhere, possibly you start employing people. Instead of you being employed somewhere, you will even be the one to be employing people and you become employer of labor. Societal recognition. By the time you start growing, they will start knowing you. Oh, just like I mentioned all those names now. Oh, can you please wake her up for me? Wake her up. So they will start out. If you know that lady, she's the one running that boutique business. They will start recognizing you. Then I'm sure of one thing, your parents, your family, friends will admire you as a serious youngster and not the Yahoo type that just go and be looking for how to do Yahoo in any form just because you want to ride the latest vehicle. Next slide. But again, for you to be able to key into any of these opportunities, you need to imbibe some characteristics, and that's where I want you to listen to me as I work towards rounding up. You need to be a serious-minded and thinker. When I say serious-minded person, not the type that, oh, my friend has just bought a car, a Lexus Jeep, worth 25 million naira from Yahoo. Will I continue to sit down and be doing this, oh mother, it shall be well. If you are a serious person, a thinker, you can just wake up to say, what can I do with this, within this environment? Who can tell me how much a bag of cement is now? Who can tell me? Just an idea. No, just lift up your hand. 9,900. He said 9,900. How much is that? 10,000. Who can tell me how it is to get 10,000 naira to buy cement? Hello? Is it easy? Getting 10,000 to buy one bag of cement, is it easy? But I want to shock you. Do you know now that cement is 10,000 naira? Some people are just about to start building houses. Do you agree? Yes. So where are they getting the money from? All you need to know is just be the type that is serious and you can think outside the box. Ability to identify business. As you are now, despite the fact that you are young and you are still in the university or secondary school, you can still become an entrepreneur. You can start thinking of what can I do. I've seen a student or students who will sponsor themselves by selling things in the school, and that will not even compromise their education. Communication skills. You try as much as possible to have communication skills. You develop yourself. Creativity, innovation. The young lady that I said was looking at packaging waste products. Just woke up one day to say, look, if I can do this thing and be selling it to this company, they will be, and the lady is fantastic, making a lot of money. Just being creative. Passion. Try and have passion for whatever you are doing. I was showing you all those opportunities. Doing dog business, doing confectionery baking. It's all about passion. When you have passion for something, I'm telling you, people will be saying kilo shade, but you will be enjoying it. I told you about somebody who is just an MC. He has become an international MC because they will look for him even from outside Nigeria because of the passion he has for the job. Risk taking. You need to possibly be the type that you are becoming a risk taker. Not when I say risk taker, let me explain. You want to do something, a Rumba, hey, if this morning, if I should go and be buying this thing, will I run into loss? You are not a good risk taker. You calculate your risk and you move on. Be optimistic. Have that influence that, look, I can survive in life, or what I'm about to do, I can break even. I will survive with this thing. I will become a successful person. Be optimistic. Business and financial, be business and financial oriented and disciplined. Have that team spirit. I'm just trying to please just have to bear with me. I'm receiving calls already. Be a goal getter. If you want to achieve something and want to go for it, believe that you will get the best thing out of it. Have interpersonal relationship, and I'm going to talk about this one. Interpersonal relationship and what they call it there, relationship management skills. Let me quickly spend less than a minute explaining what this means about. As you are, I want to beg all of you, listen to me please. What I'm going to tell you, you can't get anywhere to buy it. I'm begging you. As young as you are, try and relate with people very well. I feel pain. I'm a parent as well. I'm a parent. I feel pain when I see young children. You see your father's friend, your mother's friend. You cannot go and portray very well, relate very well with them. You have forgotten that you want to step up somewhere in life. All these things I'm saying, when you have the opportunity and be successful in one, and you want to connect, once you are good, I'm telling you, they are the ones that will introduce you to people that will make you successful in life. I just told you of a young lady, a photographer. She said, I just want to be a photographer. And she developed a passion for it. And somebody connected her to the former vice president, Professor Remo Diocesan. Today, if you see the way that lady is living, you won't believe she's a photo in money, and she's doing it passionately. So please be good at interpersonal relationship. When you see people that can connect you and take you up to the peak of your life, greet them, honor them. Where are we? Be resilient. Continuous learning, continuous learning. and be strategic in your life. Think, not just going to school. Think of what can you do as a student now to break it even in life. Be technological advancement in life. As you are, some of you will hold phone. All you do, I'm sorry to say, some of you, all you do is do follow, Kineko on Instagram, just look at it. You can do something far better with your phone. You can pick information. For me, if I were you, once in a while you are in the last position, take your phone. How to become a successful young entrepreneur. Browse. There is no information that you don't have anywhere. Integrity, dignity, and trust. Make sure that whatever you are doing in life, even as a student as you are, I beg of you, have trust, have dignity, have honesty. Whatever you are doing in life, if you don't have trust, you can't make it. No matter what. Even if your father is a friend to Tinubu and they connect you to become the world, anything, if you don't have trust, forget it. And the last but not the least, I said connect to God. I'm happy you are here discussing about how to be good children, how to be children of God. Always pray and make sure that you connect to God. Next slide. Now, you may be, this slide is very, very important. You may be wondering, this story that this one is telling us, where will I get the money to be able to do this? Adi, if I say, go and be best in this, go and be best in that, where do I get money? You can get money. Look at what I wrote there. Number one, personal savings. Some of you, it will shock you, some of you do have money, but you may not know. Some of you, maybe your parents give you money, your family friends, they come to your house during this Christmas, they give you money. All you do is put the money into your pocket and start spending it anyhow. You don't know how to save money. You are not financial disciplined. By the time you start saving this money, before you know what is happening, you may check your account one day and start seeing 200,000, 300,000. I'm telling you, that money can be a source of capital for you. Personal savings. Initial grants from parents. Some of you are lucky enough, you have parents that are wealthy enough that if you wake up tomorrow and go to your father or your mother, Daddy, this is what I'm dreaming of. I want to become this. This is the entrepreneurial opportunity I want to. I don't necessarily have to get out of the university and be throwing my CVs everywhere. I want to develop myself and become somebody, but I need money. Maybe your parents can say, oh, that's a good idea. How much will it take you as your initial capital? Mommy, they might say for me 500,000. I'm okay. I should be able to start something with it. It's a source of, but the challenge I have is some of you don't think the way I'm saying it. Then there are so many other business grants. If you go online, who want to tell me here, who has heard of Tony Lumelu Foundation before? Hello? Only this man? Okay, there's a lady there. Who can tell me what Tony Lumelu is all about? Please come and help me explain to them before I leave. Please, I want you to listen to him. Thank God I don't know this man. But please just tell them what is Tony Lumelu Foundation about. Okay, something like scholarship to start with. But you know, anybody that goes in there and you are lucky, you get a grant. Yes. You are not sure. There's a grant attached to it. You know. How much is it? You don't know. The lady there, you don't know. For any student that, how do I put it? For any student that gets through Tony Lumelu Foundation, By the time you are leaving that place, you are going with $5,000. Take it or leave it. And I've seen students, $5,000, quote me. And if not one student, I'm telling you, hundreds of people get that money. Now, CBN Youth Entrepreneurship Development Program, Nigeria Youth Investment Fund, all these are sources. Please write them down when you get to start browsing. What this man said, are they true? If I want to raise money tomorrow, is it possible I get money through all this? Instead of browsing on your phone, looking for wrong information. Next slide. At a time like this, I think I'm rounding up. Think after the boss. Seize available opportunities as students. Do not waste your time. Seize available opportunities. Get to meet people. Daddy, I learned you are the head of this. I learned you are this, I learned you are that. Can you please assist me? I want to also become like you. I want to be your mentee. You know what mentee is? Somebody is a mentor. Somebody being mentored is what? Mentee. I want to be your mentee. I want you to please develop it. Then take something out of nothing. A lady was packaging waste products. And somebody will say it's nothing, but he's throwing it, packaging it, selling it, and making big something out of it. Then have the spirit of success. Last slide. My time is up, but I know you all know this well. I mean, do we need to go through together? Yes. Do you need to go through together? Yes. You know it now. Okay. I have 2,000 naira to give somebody who can read this thing. You won't look at this. Okay, come. Can we please listen to him? No, only one. It's not about reading. You will recite it often. Okay, let's listen to him.
Iṣẹ́ la fi jẹ ìgbà bí àkóbá ẹni fẹ̀yìntì bí ọ̀dẹ̀ láàrin bí àkóbá ẹni gbẹ́kẹ̀lé àtẹ̀rẹ̀ àwọn iṣẹ́ rẹ̀ ìyá rẹ̀ lè lò lọ́wọ́ bàbá rẹ̀ lè ṣe tí ó bá ní orílẹ̀ wọn kò tẹ́tọ̀ ní mo sọ fún ọ ohun tí àkóbá jìyà ṣé kí n lè lọ́dọ̀ ohun tí a bá bá a ṣiṣẹ́ kù ní pẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹni apá lára ìpá ilé kan báyìí máa fẹ́ lónìí tí ó bá lóyún lọ́wọ́ wọ́n máa fi ọlọ́lá àbí kí o wà ní pàtàkì ayé àwọn ayé ọtí tẹ́nitẹ́ni jẹ́ kí o jẹ́ ní tí ń rágó kí o rí báyẹ̀ tí ń yúrú sí ọ ẹ̀kọ́ sì ń tẹ́lẹ̀ lọ́gà bí o bá rí ọ̀pọ̀ ẹ̀yìn tí wọ́n fi ọ̀pọ̀ ṣẹ́ ìlú ìwà ọmọ tí kì í ẹ̀kọ́ bẹ̀ ọmọ tí ń sáàkì má bò wí ọ̀ṣẹ̀rí ọ̀rẹ́ ìlú àti ìṣẹ́.
Unfortunately, my time is far spent. I've received a lot of calls there. I will have picked some lines. And ask you to go and do a little bit of reading or further research. I'm telling you, my name is Babatunde Onodeko. If you go through those lines very well and stick your mind to it, by the time you see me in the next few years, you'll be thanking me. Even he, listen to me. This gentleman, stand up, that just read it, may just know how to recite. Common more, what are those nitty-gritty about those lines? Ìyà ń bọ̀ fún ọmọ tí kò gbọ́n. Ẹkún bẹ fún ọmọ tó ṣe kí ni. Má fi òwúrọ̀ ṣeré ọ̀rẹ́ mi. You go and underline it. Ìyá rẹ lè lówó lọ́wọ́. Let me explain. Ìyá rẹ lè lówó lọ́wọ́. That one is very clear. Bàbá rẹ sì lè lẹ́ṣin. Who understand what that thing is? Who can tell me? Bàbá rẹ sì lè lẹ́ṣin lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Not lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Okay, today you will know the meaning. Hello? Let me tell you the meaning. Listen to me. Ìyá rẹ lè lówó lọ́wọ́. Bàbá rẹ sì lè lẹ́ṣin lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. In the olden days, listen to me. When you want to know a wealthy man in the olden days, Bàbá yìí lówó lọ́wọ́ gan o. Bàbá yìí lówó lọ́wọ́ gan o. Is by the number of horses in their stable. Stable is where they do what? They rear horses. So in the olden days, instead of when you look into the compound and see Lexus Jeep 2025, Prado Jeep, Rolls Royce, what you see these days, in the olden days, it's the number of horses in their stable. That stable is what they call Lekon in Yoruba. So Baba Resi the Leshin Lekon. That if your father might be so rich with a lot of horses in the stable, what that means is, please, I beg of you, Ìyá rẹ lè lówó lọ́wọ́. Your mother may be the Ìyálóde of Remo. Your mother may be the Ìyálájé of Gbogbo Nigeria. Your mother may be this, may be that. Your father may be the Kiniko of Remo. Your mother or Kiniko may be the immediate brother to Davido's wife. Push all those things aside. You ask yourself, how do I also make it in life? Last slide. I leave you with this. Proverbs 10 verse 4. Who can read for me? I want to thank you very much. Good morning. Question and answer, I think, should be the yes. Organizers, please, I'm done. Organizers, please, I'm done.
Very quickly, any question from anybody? Just one. Just one question. All right, please come quickly. With all you have been told, you should know that. Who is an entrepreneur? That was the very first thing that was laid bare to you. You should try and listen. I don't think you need to bother yourself, sir. God bless you, sir. On behalf of all of us, we want to say a very big thank you to Dr. Babatunde Onodeko, who has been our resource person this morning. And I know you are very busy. I can imagine what it would be if you are supposed to be somewhere by 10 and you are still here 11:30. On behalf of all these children,
So that you can tell them, I have seen this course for them. Can you tell them? I can see 1, 2, 3.
yes, sir.
Was coming as I.
Yes. Thank you very much, sir. Let's put our hands together for him. Put your hands together. Thank you, thank you, thank you. sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. God bless you, sir. Praise the Lord. Good morning to you. In the name of Christ Jesus, I want to welcome you to this camp and thank you for choosing to come. I pray that our coming shall be blessed in Jesus' name. Let me say one or two things before we continue. Listen, and listen carefully. Not everyone who is here came for something meaningful. From the little talk this morning, the little interaction we have had with Dr. Onodeko, why some have chosen to gain, some have equally chosen to waste their time. And it is not peculiar to this kind of gathering, it's everywhere. Even in your classroom, not everybody who is your colleague or who is your mate, your classmate, is interested in whatever the teacher has to say. It behoves on you to take personal decision that this camp will not just go down the drain, that it will serve a purpose in your life. I'm also aware that some of you are trying to prove a bit difficult or demonstrating that you are notorious. I've always told you that whatever has two heads is a monster. We have just one chaplain. Once he orders you out of this camp, you are gone. That means you don't want yourself here. If you are going to be here, please be here and comport yourself properly. Some of you are busy fiddling with your phones, surfing the internet, while discussions that will, important discussions that will bless your life, what's going on? I want you to just pay attention. We have less than 72 hours to spend at this camp. We are less than 24 hours old at this camp. We came around 3-4 yesterday. Our opening service was 4 p.m. So until 4 p.m., we are not yet up to 24 hours. And you're not going to spend the next 24 hours here. What that means is that within those few hours you'll be here, God has a lot of good things to pass across to you. And I'm telling you, for those who are able to read in between lines, all that some of you need to be great in life have been deposited this morning. But it's unfortunate that maybe because some of us did not grow up in this kind of generation, you are over-blessed. Your generation is over-blessed. And more importantly, as members of the Diocese of Remo, you are exceptionally blessed. One would not expect anything short of excellence from any of you in the nearest future. Because apart from what we do in December for you as youths, there are other beautiful, handy, educative and inspiring programs that the women's organizations organize for you during the year. So if you mess up, you have yourself to blame. On that note, I want to say good morning once again, and I want to caution you that you pay attention to the things that matter. Some people are here as spoilers.